So we had a mass shooting yesterday. You might say, David, that's not rare in the United States. Mass shootings are very common, and you would be completely correct. So I guess what I mean is we had a mass shooting yesterday in the United States that rose to a level of getting some national attention on the 4, 5, 6, 7 p.m. news when we were doing a live stream yesterday covering a number of different things. News of this mass shooting at a shopping mall in Boise, Idaho, started to sort of percolate through national media. And we now have more details about it. But as I always do, anytime we talk about a specific mass shooting, I take it as an opportunity to remind you and myself that mass shootings in the United States are very common, and shootings in general, ones that don't count as mass shootings, but just shootings in general, are incredibly common. And in fact, yesterday, there were a number of mass shootings and 57 known shootings that got at least some media coverage. 57 yesterday. And most of us, if we heard about any of them, heard only about the one shooting in Boise, Idaho. So let's start with what happened in Idaho. Police say 2 dead and 4 are injured in this Idaho mall shooting. A suspect is in custody after 2 people were killed and 4 injured, including a police officer, in a shooting at a shopping mall on Monday. Authorities said officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect. Police on Monday evening said in a news release that the suspect was in critical condition at a hospital. The officer who was hurt was treated and released. As of this morning, we don't know more about the victim's officer or suspect, although I suspect maybe by the time today's show is published, more will be known. The mall was secured by Monday evening. It would remain closed for now. Boise Police Chief Ryan Lee said the shooting was reported around 1:50 p.m. Monday. That's, a couple. I don't remember if Idaho is on Mountain or Pacific time, but that would make it 3:50 or 4:50 on the East Coast, including a report that one person was shot and down at that time. When officers arrived, they spotted someone matching the description of the suspect. There was an exchange of gunfire. Last night, the police chief said we can't really comment more. I don't know that there's much more to say about this particular shooting. So where does that get us? Well, reminder, the ones that make national news are the tiny minority. So, for example, yesterday, you can go to gunviolencearchive.org and you will see that there were 57 different shootings with specific reporting, meaning we have incident information and we have at least a news source. And you could just go through and look. Oh, in Elgin, Illinois, there was a shooting with 1 killed and 2 injured. In DeBall, Texas, there were 2 people injured. And you just go through and it's pages and pages. 3 people injured in Charlotte, North Carolina at a shooting. 1 killed, 1 injured in Kansas City, Kansas. It's all over the country. And it's pages and pages. And 57 different shootings yesterday with specific reporting. You can pick any of these. I don't know, Memphis, Tennessee, and look at a source. Parents rally in Memphis after shooting sends 3 teens to the hospital. Every single one of these is a story with people and families and friends and communities affected. Every single one. There were 57 yesterday. You go back. I mean, just let's pick another one. Tulsa, Oklahoma, where 1 person was killed. Let's look at that. Deadly shooting investigation at South Tulsa apartment complex. This one was at an apartment complex. Every single one of these is a story. And then you say, well, David, sir, those are not all mass shootings. And you would be right. But then you can actually go and you can look at the mass shootings as well. And yesterday there were 3. The Boise, Idaho mass shooting is 1, where 2 people were killed and 6 injured. In Memphis, Tennessee, there was a mass shooting with 4 people injured. And then in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I hope I pronounced that right. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 1 person killed and 3 people injured. Every single day, you can find dozens and then usually 3 to a handful of mass shootings. And we have so many people who, there's just no way to prevent it. It's crazy. We really can't do anything. And yet this is the country at our level of development and our level of wealth. Okay, I know people will say, David, look at Liberia. Okay, I don't know. That's really a comparison to the United States in many, many different ways. But there's people who say we just can't figure out what to do. There's really no way to prevent this. And yet it's really only happening here. The unique combination of widespread availability of guns, very lax gun safety regulations, and this is the X factor. Remember, this fetishizing of gun culture, seeing guns as a way to solve interpersonal problems, and lack of access to or stigmatization of mental health care. It's all of these different things. It's sort of like a horrible combination in the United States of a cultural aspect, some economic aspects, and public health aspects all coming together. Really, really horrifying. But that's the latest. One shooting that made the news. There were 3 mass shootings yesterday and 57 shootings that we know of based on at least some reporting.
One of our sponsors is Blinkist, who's been supporting the David Pakman Show longer than any other sponsor. Blinkist is the app that lets you listen to or read an entire nonfiction book in just 15 minutes. Blinkist is the way to absorb those books you can't make time for. Blinkist takes top nonfiction titles, pulls out the book's key takeaways and insights, and gives it to you in the form of a text or audio explainer that you can consume in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, now you actually do have time to learn about all the things you've been wanting to tackle. On the Blinkist app, I just listened to This Is Your Mind on Plants by the great Michael Pollan. Super interesting, the history of caffeine and so many other things. Blinkist has you covered on podcasts too. Blinkist takes long episodes of popular podcasts and distills them into audio you can listen to in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, you can become knowledgeable about so many different things. You can have conversations with people about more topics. Blinkist makes you more well-rounded. Try Blinkist for free and get 25% off a subscription. Go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. The link is down below.